what do you guys think the future of the fencing industry is? Just quick, 30 seconds to a minute from each of you guys.
I'll go first. I really think I think we were right. We've been riding on quite a few years of really good times, and I started in 2009, and it was really tough. I really think that if you're, I'm going to be a little bit careful what I say here, but if you're not working on your business, you are probably going to get in trouble in this recession that I'm predicting to happen within the next 8 to 14 months, and it's going to be tough. Right now, the economy itself, and I hope that all good business people are watching the economy, paying attention to what's going on. There's a lot of money out there right now, but when this thing slows down a little bit, I really think that you need to be a good entrepreneur. You need to be smart in your spending. You need to pay attention to your pennies, because they ultimately breed into
dollars.
So I really think that you've got to watch that, and you've got to be efficient, and the good companies are going to prevail. I hate to say this, but I think that right now, there's 6 brand new companies this year, brand new fence companies in Lincoln, Nebraska, a town of 300,000 people. 6. I think right now the economy's good. People are still buying. When that slows down, I'm begging my friends in the industry, pay attention to what you're doing and be smart. How about that?
I would echo that. I think we're what, 12 years, 14 years into a really good economy. I mean, just and that's not a political statement. That's just kind of reality of just growth and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of contractors out there that their entire growth cycle has been within a strong economy, and I think there's tough times ahead in that, for guys that have seen it and been through it and just know kind of what that looks like. It'll hurt, but it won't hurt as much. But I think unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of contractors that rely on cash flow only get in really tough spots, just because they haven't experienced lean economies.
Yeah, we're definitely in a bubble, man. I remember, late 90s, early 2000s. If it was an election year, business was slow. But it hasn't been like that. It doesn't matter if there's an election going on, a war going on. It doesn't matter. People are spending. And it's odd. And there's going to be guys who haven't been through it. Like I've been through it. Matt, I mean, I don't know how much y'all have been through it, but, being doing this since 99 and being the business owner, going through that, that's an eye opener. You better have your ducks in a row. You better know what you're doing.
Go ahead, John.
Me, Matt, why do you say 8 to 12 months, man? That might be a different conversation. Let's not go there.
It is a deep conversation, and if you guys want, I mean, actually text me. I'll tell you why. I think there's some trends that I've been watching, and it's going to happen. One is because I'm watching the oil market. 2, it's an election year. 3, I mean, there's some signs, and I think that, listen, guys, fence is our tool. We're entrepreneurs and we're taking care of people, and you have an obligation to be really smart with your company so your people can take care of themselves. You have this huge responsibility. Fencing is our tool.
Yep. The
people is what we're doing. We're here to take care of. And when you figure that out, you're going to start watching this. But I really think that this is coming. And you know what? The beautiful thing is that if you're really smart with your money, you're going to be doing good. The fence industry might dive off just a little bit, but you're going to be strong and be smart in what you're doing because you're smart, you're efficient, you're paying attention. But it's going to come right back. It always does. So, so be careful. I'm not. This is not doom and gloom, by the way, folks. This is an opportunity, right? And every once in a while, you have to cull the herd.
I feel like my Dave Ramsey years are going to pay off.
Yeah,
it is, man, and Matt's right. It's gonna call. We get these hurricanes down here, and all these fence guys start up, and within a few years, they're all gone. They get called out, and that's exactly what happened during the construction market crashed in 07, 08. I forget what year it was.
08, the housing
man.
market. Yeah.
Sean
it
King,
was-
you didn't go yet, did you?
The people who have relationships with their vendors and the people who have relationships with local contractors were the people that are still here today.
Yeah.
You know, there's one guy left from 2005. One guy left from 2005 that wasn't in business that is still in business now. One. And we had fence companies everywhere. You know, I'm talking about the pack that just keeps moving. You know, that pack gets big and then it gets called down. There was one guy that stuck around when that pack grew big. Yeah, one guy.
Sean, what do you think? If you're trying to sum up the future of the fencing industry, not that that's an easy thing to do, but just overall thoughts there.
Listen, future of the industry. I'm freaking excited. I'm telling you what, there's some great things coming. I can listen to all this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, guys, I have the wrong idea. There's more knowledge and resources being shared right now than I've ever seen in the 34 years I've been around this industry. There's more resources and tools available for the fence community right now than there has ever been. There is such an opportunity for us to grow. Even in a bad economy, we're paying attention to numbers better than we ever have. We're buying better than we ever have. We're building fence better than we ever have. We're having a conversation about being professional better than we have ever done. And so what I think is going to happen is the strong are going to get stronger and the weak are going to get weaker. And it's just like wintertime kills all the plants. We start back over. I'm telling you, the harsh ones, the strong will survive. And it's going to clean house of all these little guys that probably weren't I say little guys being not dedicated is what I mean by that. Not true entrepreneurs dedicated to the craft. They just are taking the opportunity that there's so much work out there right now that they can haphazardly slip on top of jobs, capture a job, and go make a little bit of money. But when it gets real, when things start to constrict, those of us that are very focused on being entrepreneurialistic business are going to flourish because the other guys are going to just starve because they're too lazy to dedicate on running their business. They're too busy working in their business. Does that make sense? I'm freaking excited. This has happened multiple times, and I'm more ready now than I've ever been in my life to go through it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys sharing that too. And I was watching a YouTube live of My Fence Life just a couple days ago, and one of the guys, their guest of the day, was David Gatto, Guy Future Solutions Fence. True bootstrap story. The dude had $0, knocked door to door to create a business, and now he's flourishing. He said systems and processes equal freedom. So I'm stealing a quote from him in that thing. And he talked a lot about like really just getting finite and really specific with putting a structure in place allows him to, take all these extra luxuries and things when it comes to being prepared for stuff and not having a single thing derail anything, So if you guys are listening today and you don't have any systems, processes in place, and you're purely just riding a wave comes down and there's not going to be much left. So take the advice of the guys here, super important. Make sure that you're really investing in the business, focus on things like your processes, your systems, your sales strategy, your marketing budgets, your branding, all that sort of stuff really plays into the success of a company. And last chat poll, this is one, just type into the chat. Nothing's going to pop up. Just what topics do you want us to cover in future webinars? We love hosting this kind of content. It's important. Like, we're not a fence company, but we love to understand the industry better. And at the end of the day, if we can get people together and share this kind of knowledge in kind of a confined forum, I think it does wonders for everybody involved. So just anything you can think you want us to cover. And then we also have our homeowner survey report and things like that we have built out. If you want the free contractor checklist or any of our homeowner survey report data that we had put together, that's the thing Joe and I covered on the last podcast. Or last webinar, sorry. We talked a lot about just homeowner survey data and how people hire and buy contractors. So I can't thank you guys enough for your time. We're definitely over our time limit, so I appreciate you guys sticking with, but conversation was too good at most parts to cut you guys off. So I highly appreciate it. And then hope to talk to you guys all again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Justin.
All right. Bye.